In another Midwestern state, J.D. Vance is working to keep immigration top of voters' minds. At a rally over the weekend, he continued to defend spreading baseless rumors about Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, after just about every local Republican official has been forced to debunk Vance's claims about migrants stealing and eating pets.
I challenge you. Go to Springfield, Ohio, which has been overwhelmed by 20,000 Haitian immigrants. Go to any community that's been overwhelmed by Kamala Harris's illegal alien policies and tell me that these are stories made up by politicians.
Joining us now, Springfield, Ohio's Republican Mayor Rob Rue. Mayor, thank you so much for taking the time. I know your life has been really turned upside down since all of this got to the national attention. After these baseless claims about migrants and pets have been completely debunked, after all the bomb threats we've been reporting on, are you surprised to hear J.D. Vance still really doubling down, tripling down on this?
I think anybody from our area is probably a little surprised at it, for sure. But, you know, they're campaigning and they're making decisions in the moment. So, you know, we've asked before, we'll continue to ask. We need help, not hate. We need peace, and asking the leaders at the national stage to speak well of our city and to understand the weight of their words and the impact that it has had on our city.
What is that impact today? What are things like right now?
Well, I mean, you know, the weekend was fairly calm. People are still using businesses. Our city, you know, it's a beautiful town. People are just, you know, we're under edge in a way because the threats still do come in, and you know, people are still feeling, you know, anxiety from what their city has been put under in the last 12 to 14 days since the national debate, and we're asking for peace.
Have you had any contact with the Trump campaign since Trump said he was planning to visit Springfield himself?
I have personally not spoken with them. I believe there was an effort at one point to speak with Vance's campaign, and that just did not happen based on the terms in which that was going to take place. So we did not speak.
What about the Harris campaign? You've said your city needs help, not hate. Has anyone from the Harris campaign reached out?
I personally have not spoken to either campaigns. You know, you just remember, I'm a nonpartisan mayor. It's very important that I represent the entire community.
I can appreciate that. We've reported on the bomb threats. Again, colleges forced to move to online classes, the troopers outside schools, residents there living in fear. The mayoral position there is supposed to be a very part-time job, right? Paying just $15,000 or so a year. What have the past few weeks been like for you personally?
Full-time when you count the stress and the emotional toll that it's taken, for sure. But I'm one of 5 commissioners who care about this city. We moved together as a commission to get things done, and it's my job to represent the city in times where there's I'll say like now, there's a spotlight, and then also to run the commission meetings. But we have to move together as a team, as a majority, to get things done in Springfield.
I read you've been facing threats personally. I'm wondering, you know, does your family feel safe? Do your workers feel safe?
You know, I think it's obviously that is a strain and a stress on any family. And my family is no different than any other family that would be hearing things about their father or about their husband. And, you know, getting that kind of stress and things. Sorry, I'm not doing this on purpose. It's a very stressful time. Okay. Sorry about that.
No, don't apologize. You are doing the best you can in a very difficult situation.
The entire city is, you know, I mean, we have a very committed city manager and his staff who are devoted hours and hours and hours to see that the city is taken care of safely. There is so many people working, and just kudos to Mike DeWine and the state of Ohio for stepping in. Those troopers are at schools, and there's teachers that feel safe just to see that there is additional support for the children that are going to school, and the families feel safer that they're there. It is an excellent response from the state of Ohio and how they serve Springfield right now. We're super appreciative of that.
I can see how deeply impacted you feel right now. as we mentioned, you're a registered Republican. I'm wondering if this controversy has changed or impacted the way you feel about Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Are you planning to vote for them?
I am a nonpartisan mayor. I'm going to exercise that right to represent my community in the nonpartisan way right now. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Rob Rue of Springfield, Ohio. So appreciate your time. Thank you for shining light.